Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the area and time you are all watching from. You are all welcome to another beautiful version of the Football Culture Channel. We have some exciting football analysis for you here today, and I'm sure you won't want to miss it. I remain your usual host, Mr. Tom. We have Mr. Nat and Engineer Rems. First on the table, Nigeria has two more games to play and to prove or find their way into the club, into the World Cup qualification stuff. So right now, FIFA has finally deducted 3 points from South Africa after finding out all their investigation. They discovered that they filled in an ineligible player, so they have been sanctioned, and 3 points has been deducted from their initial point of 17 points. Right now, South Africa has 14 points. Benin Republic also have 14 points, and Nigeria has 11 points on the table. So, with odds this sanction now on South Africa now, what is now the likely chance or hope of Nigeria still topping this group and qualifying for the World Cup? Gentlemen.
I think for Nigerians out there, I think this is like a new hope for qualification. Because from the last time we played this qualification, it was almost automatic that they were out of this competition. But due to this FIFA sanction on South Africa, we can say there's like a resuscitated hope for Nigeria now to qualify. But I feel it's shameful kind of for me if a caliber of Nigeria is having to wait for some of this, most times having to wait for these permutations before you can qualify. For a team as good as Nigeria or with the caliber of players it's so disappointing. It's a good news for Nigeria, but personally for me, it's not a good news because I don't feel a country as big and as talented with top players from Europe and other continents should be struggling to qualify like this. Now we have to start waiting for permutations. If this one be this one, if that one be this one, every year we keep doing this.
I say.
So it's shameful that we are going to the World Cup. If our adventure will later qualify, it's not qualified. It's just hope. I hope they don't thank this hope. They want to thank their chance, but if we are going into the World Cup, I don't see the country, I don't see Nigeria team convincing enough to play the World Cup, because if you cannot dominate even right from your local place here from Nigeria,
Yes.
you could not.
So now you want to go join all these international players.
Imagine people are good. We didn't even give us too many strong countries. We are with Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and all that. What if we played the likes of Ghana, Senegal, and all that? Meaning even as small as local as. Let me not downgrade African countries, but as I don't know. I still feel in the African continent we should be one of the top. I feel we should have topped like the group. If we had topped the group, I think that would be a message. That would be very strong enough. But you're going with, if for example later qualify, you qualified with Oriyomi, as you always say locally. Oriyomi, and you qualified, and you're going to the World Cup to play against top teams like Spain,
Portugal,
I don't think, personally, for a while now, I don't know, grudgingly, I don't want to watch Nigerian game. But as a patriotic citizen, you go see one way, you go still watch their match. So I don't want them to waste my time in the World Cup to watch their match.
You watch match, you will get it.
I'm telling you, you will watch club own. Our club own never even do us finish. We can't go to get it for top Nigerian match today. So I don't know. I wish them all the best. I wish they can qualify actually, because your country is your country. So I wish them, and I want to assume and hope that if they finally get the chance to qualify, they should not go and play as shabby as they played in this qualifier stage. It's a good news for Nigerians actually, because, and I hope they don't misuse this hope, because they have to win their 2 matches.
Yes, that's the coming there.
And I think they are playing
Zimbabwe and I think Benin. We are playing Benin Republic also.
I think
Zimbabwe and Benin, just 2 games.
Whoever we are playing, once it's not South Africa, I don't think any other person match Nigeria in that. So I expect we should beat them with nothing less than 2 goals to this match. If they are serious, actually. But if per adventure anything has to happen now and they don't beat those 2 countries, then I don't think there's any hope again. So that is just my take for now on the issue of Nigeria's qualification and all.
Now let's look at it from this point. I think Nigeria as a country, based on how big that we are, I think there's a lot of expectations on Nigerians, but on the Nigerian team, and also too looking at other countries. when it comes to football, they don't really like us like that. But I don't feel the reason why Lesotho, a team played against you, I feel they're an ineligible player, and you could not sanction that team.
Like,
so they left it for FIFA to just
look into.
Yes, not said
Come here, say, Nigeria have qualified for that.
Yes, we would have just stayed back and not do anything. You know, Lesotho and South Africa, they're like brothers. Yes, they're like brothers. And I think that's like a hatred on Nigeria, on them not taking that step. But then let's look at it another way around, based on our performances too. We are not really doing well. If we want to bank on this performance that we have been playing on, if we want to continue with that, we cannot qualify. And I feel like this deduction favors Benin Republic more than it favors us. Yes.
Why would you say so? Why would you say so?
They are on 14 points.
Okay, that's true.
Yes. And South Africa is on 14 points. Now they are in the first position. They are in the first position now. Currently speaking, like
this. Just 11 points.
So it favors them more, and that means that for them to not qualify, they have to lose the 2 matches or lose or draw for Nigeria to win. That means we are 3 points behind them.
Yes. I was still coming there.
We are 3 points behind them.
Yes.
That means that we have to win our 2 matches.
And then they will have to lose.
South Africa has to lose their 2 matches or lose or draw a match. You see how tricky the situation is. Me, I don't see Nigeria still qualifying. It's just going to. I feel like our hope is just increased our hope a little bit
after the deduction of the point.
But I don't see us qualifying yet, based on what we have been playing. I don't see us qualifying at all.
Now, if you look at the table, I think there are almost about 3 countries having 11 points. Or be two of them, Nigeria and Lesotho. I think they are both having 11 points.
3 teams are having 11 points.
3 teams, right?
3 teams
in our group.
No, it's 2 teams. 2 teams.
Nigeria
2 teams.
Lesotho is having
11 points. Yes.
Zimbabwe is having either 8 or 9
or 7 points.
Then you see Benin Republic 14 points with South Africa also having 14 points. Now this is like this now. For Nigeria to qualify right now, Nigeria will have to win Benin Republic and also have to win Zimbabwe.
That will put us on 17 points.
That will put us on 17 points.
Yes.
Benin has 14 points already.
Yes.
They just need a win and a draw.
Yes.
So which means if they play against Nigeria and they draw and then they win their next game,
that's it.
I said it takes us back to this
calculation
permutation.
And if South Africa to do the same thing,
it's very same
too. So you have 2 teams that you have to decide.
It's very unfortunate for Nigeria. We keep permutating every time to qualify. Imagine us, we are still drawing points with Zimbabwe.
All this thing now would have been an issue to deliberate on, assuming we make use of our chances earlier by winning our games and topping the.
Yes, now, like you said, who are we playing? We play Zimbabwe and Lesotho.
A good matching.
We are struggling against Zimbabwe.
Because frankly speaking, except we want to hide the truth, Nigeria qualifying is despite the 3-point deduction, it's very slim. It's very slim.
Because if South Africa did not do it, the possibility that Benin would do it. And in the ranking of second place teams, we are not even close.
So let's even not even go there, but they can't stress that the second place team will undergo before qualifying, my bro. You know, funny. The kind of stress you will undergo, they will have to pick the best. No, I think there are 9 groups. They have to pick the best second out of the 9 groups. I wish you we won't fall among the best 4.
No. We don't need to waste the time on it. Even before this deduction, there were teams already on 16.
Imagine, and our second position
still having 2 matches. So all those teams, those teams now.
There are teams on 18 points. On 18 points.
1 match.
Imagine.
And you can't tell me everything is going to lose the opportunity and only Nigeria. So I don't even see Nigeria qualifying. Let's just be.
Let's do the two.
Imagine Giants of Africa. Because I said Giants of Africa, we cannot.
It will be a very big slap on us if
to the World Cup
not go to the World Cup again. Because we have some prominent players in our team that if they miss this chance now, only God knows if they will have the chance to go again.
I feel like if you had used homegrown players, I feel like maybe that's better for us because these players.
Someone like Victor Osimhen, I think he's already about 26 or 27 years of age, and World Cup is every for 4 years, right? So just imagine now, if he missed next year or now, the next one he will already be crossing, let's say 31, 32. And by then, they will not be looking up to young blood again. So which means they will not have the chance.
I think if Nigeria is looking to qualify, the only thing they can do is win their next 2 matches and wait for South Africa. Anything to happen, yes.
Just we'll get God. Them to get God. As they call on your God to make God help me win your match. Now so them to they call their God, so they won't win their matches. So what is everything is just in God's hands.
Football happens actually.
That is just it.
It can be so dramatic and Nigeria.
The thing is that with Nigeria, you don't know what you expect.
Just do your part. Yes. Just do your own on your own part. Just make sure you clear your own.
They just need to win the match because if looking at the previous game they all played, this energy and this winning mentality, I not to see her in them.
You know, I often tell people when you watch Nigeria game, you don't see this
passion,
this passion that you want. I watch all these Italian players and other players, like they do it like it's a do or die.
Like it's like club they play.
But I understand with them because if you check the way they treat our Nigerian players too, myself, if I'm one of them, I'm not sure I might be giving my all because if you and again you consider something, you know, some of them. Now, for a Nigerian player, for a black, actually, let me just say for a black, I'm not being discriminating here. If you have cause to injure, some of them are just trying to break into their team. So if you have any injury coming to play for this, your replacement is waiting for you.
Yes, now
the guy they wait say when you injure. So I think most of them are trying to protect themselves from injury and from somebody taking their shirt. But you know, for some of these white guys, they don't care. They don't care, most of them, so they know it's their country. Because for England players now, if you want, may injure 2 years, may injure for 5
years. As far as they don't fit,
when they
call you back.
Now their country, now you go play for their country, they will consider their own more than you who's coming from somewhere else. So you might not blame them, but that's not an excuse actually. Because we have some other African countries where their players are the life of Senegal.
But it's just purely passion.
See,
it's just purely passion.
It's based on passion actually. That's passion. I just feel our players, and maybe I don't know, maybe some of them are feeling too big. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the word. They are feeling too big. Then I've said it often times. We don't mind. Ghana did this thing in 2010. They feel I think they had to suspend or remove more than half of their just big players. And this is their own base.
Even South Africa that is stopping the team too. Most of them are their own base players.
So let's have our own base. Let's stop relying on these foreign guys claiming experience. They're bringing experience. We've been doing this thing for more than several years now. That okay, well, let's go and bring our. It's not working for.
They are hungry homegrown players. They are ready to play.
Make their name so that
yes, now they want to come into the limelight.
Just say Indians are there like this. Nigeria pick me, say my go represent them. I don't almost keep myself.
Yes, now
I'll send myself out so that a team will see me now. So I will play with all that I have. So, but these guys are big already. Is it my won't be only telling the wrong now? Who is big already? Is a big dog. As far as EPL is concerned,
he's not trying to make name for himself again.
If Nigeria lose, no really.
The name is there already. The name is there. The fame is there already. So
the NFL should be looking into this. Try to feed in some of this our own base talent. You can't tell me there are no home base boys that are better than this.
Why not? They are not.
Yes. So let's look into our Nigerian Premier League and some boys that are good. They are very good. Let's look into that. I think that will work for Nigeria. That's the solution. Prefer a solution to them if they are ready to follow the solution. I think that's one good solution for Nigeria going forward.
Now, still talking about the Nigerian saga. I think there was sometimes back there was this news we heard about Victor Boniface. Talking about him retiring from international football. But then we all took it as cruise, like maybe he was rendering him as a Nigerian person. We all took it as cruise. But come to think of it now, these last 2 Nigerian games, he was not called and he did not win feature. So does it mean that assumption then could literally be true, or maybe there is something behind, or maybe the coach did not just call him, or maybe like play like this now, enter from Nigeria.
I feel like with the coach, the thing that the coach is seeing that maybe we are not seeing, because for you to come out and say you are not playing Nigeria is a team that you need people that are passionate, according to what he said. People that are passionate. Bringing that kind of energy into your team. Someone that is just there, I'm just there to catch cruise. No, you are not here to catch cruise because millions of Nigerians they are watching. Millions of Nigerians are watching. And you know how it can be when Nigeria loses. You know how it can be. In as much as we don't like Nigerians, we are also passionate Nigerians too. There are a lot of people that are counting on all these players to deliver. So you bringing that kind of energy into the team that I want to retire, I don't like. Yeah, we know that the treatment, if we are being honest with ourselves, the treatment of those players are bad. But this is when passion comes into play. For you to play for Nigeria, there are things that we do for Nigerians. Even when we go outside,
Just sacrifice.
we go outside, we praise Nigeria, not because Nigeria is a good country, but we put ourselves on the map out there that no, Nigeria, you dey here, you are just Nigerians.
represent your country well.
Even you see the Independence Day, you see how foreigners,
Yes.
see how they put it, how they carry am for
I
it.
saw these guys are really whoopy from Fulham. From their own side today, they were celebrating the Independence Day.
So for Boniface is born and bred in Nigeria.
Even on doing
Yes, so
back.
so for him not to be saying that kind of things is not, that's not a leadership kind of qualities. So people like that are not really needed. If he wants to play, if you say he wants to play, and you allow him to come back into the team. But if he's with that negative mindset, I feel like maybe that's what every child is looking at.
I think that is one angle that they are speaking from, and I agree with that angle. And the second angle, I was watching a podcast recently. I don't know when they did that video, but I think from the video I was watching, he was saying something like he has been on injury for a while now. So I think I'm thinking maybe because he's injured. Because as you said earlier, I think Boniface is this kind of playful person. Maybe just said it out of and I think why he might have not been called was due to that injury. Even club side.
And it was about that period was trying to
even his club side, it's not been featured in the club side.
Yes.
So it means he has an injury or something. So let's believe he has an injury. Because I don't think Boniface is that kind of person who would be coming with this bad energy of saying he does not play for the national team. Whatever the treatment was, there were people that had faced worse treatment.
Yes.
John Obi Mikel that time. He had to sponsor, I think that time we had the news now.
Even Musa.
Musa, thank you. Even Musa too.
Yes.
This, at least since that time till now, I'm not sure they've experienced any harsh treatment like that kind of treatment today. That they had to lock them in, they had to sleep in the
in the airport.
Even Inshallah on the female side too, Inshallah
and they still played. So you know the country you're coming from. You shouldn't be surprised. If I'm there, it's Nigeria, my country, you know. So you shouldn't come here as a shock. But they've made their name, big players with big players. If you feel you cannot go with that treatment, it's fine. I like that decision. Just tell us they're not playing for us again. Good. Instead of coming to the pitch and strolling and it's better you don't play again. So if actually he is like against that treatment, good, let him stay up. Let people who are ready to play, let him play. We'll miss him, but no problem. We'll look for some other legs.
Alright, finally on this still on this Nigeria qualification, there's just something I simply want to chip in quickly. Now talking of the NFF. Now, no recently now, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, even a month, there's been this news that there's going to be a new president or chairman to oversee the body. And we all heard one of the top contenders that we all heard of was our own star player then, DJ Okocha. So now, coming to this contest now, with the current Nigeria situation now, what do you guys think about, right now we say Nigeria team needs kind of new structure. Going into the environment to bring up our own home-based boys that can help the team. Since this one have already came already, might not be able to deliver for that much again, or because of the expectation that we are requiring from them, they're not giving to us. We believe, or from our opinion, we believe some of these home-based boys too can deliver more than they can even do. Now, looking into the aspect that maybe probably very soon we might have a new NFF president or chairman. Do you think, put it under consideration, if he should work towards that, there might be a tendency or changes that the team we are all looking up to will be?
Do you think is even if he's a coach, do you think he's going to work towards that? One thing they have to know as Nigerians is that when it comes to politics, we know how to do it very well. It's always politics before you are good or not good. Even the players that are getting there today is still based on the influence of politics.
Now,
so if a coach is there too, you think he will not feed in his own people? That just
even if he knows they can't play.
Even if you know they are forget homegrown player, they will not follow anybody you put that as far as the Nigerian. But I think if you look outside, they might want to do that thing. They want to feed. But if it's the Nigerian that is the NFF president, I'm very certain that we will not want to feed in homegrown players because it's not based on politics. And even if they want to feed it too, it will be based on politics. It won't be the best of the best. You've seen it play out so many times. They have a lot of good Nigerians on the streets. But everything you have to be
because
politically inclined
to get that. Scout the players. If they give you the chance, now go and bring 2 players. Even if it's this special play ball and you get your own relative with it.
And you put them. So that's the Nigerian factor.
Politics.
When it comes to leadership, Nigerian factor is my people first. before any other
We
person.
need to wise up, and if not, there's no any way we'll move
We
forward.
cannot wise up. Let's be realistic with ourselves. That's how it's going to be. So the way NFF is doing it now, I don't think that there will be much difference when it comes to feeding in any homegrown players or not. Or maybe when it comes to hiring of coaches, maybe there'll be a difference there. But I don't really see much difference. Even the hiring of coaches too, it's based on political influence.
I think I am bit. I would support a bit, and I'll be indifferent a bit because, like I said, see, it's not just Nigeria. What has ruined African football generally is politics, and the politics is just too much. And the annoying part of this thing is now you're bringing somebody as NFF chairman who did not play football.
Yes.
Who doesn't know anything about
Football.
You cannot
Just imagine.
the passion cannot be there, you cannot think. You're bringing in somebody that does not know about something. How is it my I was in one state one time, and we had issue with the chairman of the FA there. So we were complaining because when we go for the competitions, we're not well taken care of. So we went to the chairman, wanted to see the chairman, like, okay, sir, can't you put this in place and he said, see, if not disturbing my leg, life football.
If you don't want to play, make it not play.
Just put and then life football.
Imagine
the chairman of an FA telling us that. That's what's happening in Nigeria. See, I'm trying to say from the time of Ahmad Clinic and others, these men are not interested in whether your country improves or not.
they are just looking for their own peanuts. Or
I was
what
watching Mikel of this podcast. Mikel of this said many people had come to him saying, Mikel, you are one legend of this country. Why don't you go into Nigeria football? Go and change this football. Mikel said, he was asking, do you think I've not tried this? He said, yeah, I tried, but you are looking into what it is. He said, the corruption
It's too much, yes. It's too much.
More than what you can handle. He said, but if not, that he expected the life. He said, if Nigeria is serious about changing the football course, then we need to start putting the likes of the legends who know about the game.
Yes,
the likes of Kanwako,
Jojo Kocha.
So, me hearing Jojo Kocha is coming. It's good news. Like I said, it might not really see. It's more than sometimes. It's more than.
Only you cannot influence
more than
anything.
Nigeria is kind of country where the NFL chairman. I had friends who went for scouting this under 17 this in Abuja. See, what happens there is if you just call the coach,
Minister of Sport calls you and say, do this thing.
Mr. Coach, I'm sending 5 of my boys from Enugu. I've sent you 5 million for each of them. You don't use them. You go use them.
That's Nigerian family.
If you don't use them, you step down.
They will bring another person.
So except that this thing is not from the chairman. The thing that
from the eyes.
So if you can uproot that thing from the source, then we have.
But can we? We
That's the
cannot.
problem. Okocha is going to do well actually if he's there. But I feel he has the idea. He knows what the game is about. He knows sometimes if you play ball, you know the way ball be.
Yeah. You know, yes.
If I travel from house, I won't play ball for 2 days. If it's me, I'll be like, these guys, they let their own player play. I can compensate you better. I understand because I play. But for somebody who doesn't play, they'll be like, why you want to 100,000? What's they do? Because they don't play much. You don't know about ball. When you bring these guys who know about it, I think there will be little change actually. Let's be honest, there will be little change. The change might not be too much, but there will be little change. And we can start from there, small layer. So I've been wanting to hear and see this thing where some of our legends come and take over this position. I think they will do better. So the politics, the corruption and everything and stuff. It's not only in Nigeria, it's just America.
Other African countries.
See what Eto is doing. And someone else, Cameroon football is changing.
It's changing a little bit.
Eto, the legend. So it's that time Nigeria too.
So that's why we are believing that if the person like DJ Okuta can come in now, you never can share.
There should be
One or two changes to it. It may not completely be eradicated, but at least.
I get annoyed and
I think maybe on the footballing side, like maybe come to facilities.
And encouragement too now. Seeing that okay, the leader is your legend. This kind of thing I go they give it to you.
Okuta disappointed me. You don't know why I don't expect me to come. I go to what I will do as Malaria baptism for TV, do bet Nigeria Okuta your caliber of person. So
but you know it's just majorly political influence. Even if you want to do it, they will not allow it.
That's true actually. You need to you cannot just volunteer yourself. Because anytime I remember Amaju Tini, I don't know anything about it. It vex me for any time. Go and watch most if your phone go to YouTube, go and watch most of the comedy shows. The comedy show you supposed to you're supposed to be where they're scouting players, Nigerian Premier League matches. They go they watch always good.
That one-
I've not seen any like
That one no concern them
I've not
now.
seen any I've not seen it. You might have been there, but I've not seen it. But when you see this comedy show from my chairman, the chairman of NFL, is that your duty? Is that your work? So that is, I think it's a good start for us if you are working on bringing a person like DJ Okocha into the picture now. It's a good start for Nigeria. I expect that there will be change. Like we said, not too much to that work. On the side of the players and the welfare.
Yeah. All right. And then I won't be, which I believe is when there is life, there is hope. So let's just keep hoping and believing that Nigeria or ramification, whether in sport or in politics, it go better one day by the grace of God. You also about there. Let's hear your opinion in the comment section on what you feel about this issue we just talked about the possibility of Nigeria qualifying for this World Cup. If hope day or if hope no day. Thank you for listening and please keep supporting us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thanks.